Good morning, guys.
Morning, teacher.
How are you?
Right here
Hi there, good morning.
with all the disposition to start today.
Perfect.
I'm enjoying the
We
cold
are.
weather here in Hidalgo.
Can you say that again, Mario?
I'm enjoying the cold weather over here in Hidalgo. We have
It's
less 4 degrees.
it's cold there.
Yes, too cold. We are wearing gloves.
I think it's better cold than hot. I hope you're enjoying it.
Exactly. Yeah, I love cold weather. I can't stand when it's hot.
Yeah. Well, here we are again, one more day. Let's begin. Before, let's check. We had some homework pending.
Yeah.
Good morning, Emmanuel.
Hi everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I did not. Did I receive your writings?
I sent my writing in the group, but yesterday night, almost at 9 p.m.
Okay. Oh, yes, there you are. Okay, then do you guys want to go ahead and send your writings so I can check them and I can send some observations, okay? And good morning, Evelyn.
Good morning.
You're cold too.
Yes, but I think that my house is colder than outside. So I
It
think
feels that way sometimes. I know. It is better outside.
because outside is sunny. And right here in my house, I feel like it's under zero. I don't know.
Sometimes it feels very cold. Okay, guys, let's begin with today's class. Evelyn, one more time, go ahead and send your writing, okay? Your writing script for the debate.
Okay.
Yeah? All right.
Yes. Um. My cell phone just got an accident,
Uh-oh.
so it's a little slow right now.
Yes, that's what happened to mine. And let's begin with another class, another lesson. Let me know when you can read the page. Can you read?
Not
No.
yet.
Okay. It's loading. Okay, it's taking too long. You can't read it? You can't see it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes, we can.
All right. Tell me, what can you see?
a demon and an angel and a person deciding what to choose.
Good, good, good. What is the title?
Life's
Little
little
dilemma.
dilemmas.
Yes, Life's Little Dilemmas. Let's go with an introduction. What's a dilemma?
It's something that you have to decide to do that can be good or with a good or bad consequences depending your decision. uh, that the dilemma is something that you have to choose or to decide or to do, but you have two or more options. That is a dilemma.
Good, good.
Okay, your decision could be based on your values, on your education, on your opinions.
Ah, so that's a moral dilemma.
Well, could be moral, could be regularly. The majority of dilemmas are moral, I suppose.
Good. All right. So let's read this little definition. Who can help me read it, please?
Me, teacher. Me, teacher.
Go ahead, Claudia. Go ahead.
A moral dilemma is where you have to decide what is right and what is wrong. The answer is often not clear, and different people will have different opinions.
Okay. So that's one definition. We can have some others, but basically it's the same. A decision between right and wrong, but the answer is not clear. There go the dilemma. Yes. Now, I believe my internet is slow today.
Um,
There it goes. Now, the question is, as it goes right here, do you have a dilemma? Do you have a dilemma, guys?
Mm,
um,
no, in my case, this moment, no, because I I have I am complete convinced about what I want to do.
You're
So
complete with what?
convinced,
Convinced.
Vince.
convinced,
Okay,
convinced what I want to do.
perfect. Sure.
Um,
Anybody else has a dilemma?
um, I guess um, I had a dilemma 1 week ago. I promised my cousin, she was turning 15, and I promised her that I was going to be with her that day because um, she wanted to have a PJ party with all the cousins, and I promised her that I was going to be there. But then the um, the red lights went on, and then I guess I had a dilemma. I didn't know if I had to go or I have to break the promise that I made her.
Ah,
So
the red light. You mean the semáforo?
yes,
Yes, because semáforo in English is street light.
street light.
Yes, and
Okay,
it's a little different than in Mexico, right? In Spanish, a street light is the lamppost.
okay,
Yeah, you're correct. Yes, I just took a second to understand what you were saying. The red
yes.
light. Yes, come on.
And I had a
Yeah,
dilemma if I broke
if
the
you should fulfill the promise or break it.
yes.
Oh, that's too bad. I hope everything came okay at the end.
Well, yes, we agree that we should have uh the PJ party
Mhm.
later
The
on the
mo-
year, next
Okay,
year.
good. All right. Thank you, Evelyn. Now for the next question. This is where you should write and share your dilemmas. Now, write three dilemmas you've had, but just said you don't have any, right? No? Okay, let's go for the next one then. The next slide. Now, I'm not sure if this is stuck. There. What do you see in the picture, guys? There's a new slide with six different images. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Yeah? What are they? What do you see?
A teapot,
A teapot?
a,
Yes.
a
Peapod.
a camera, a woman,
Yes.
a
A
woman,
broken heart.
a broken heart, yeah, a gift,
Broken hearted woman? Yes.
a couple discussing maybe about money,
Okay.
and a CD of Adele.
A CD, uh-huh. An Adele CD. Perfect. Good job. So everything is good. Now, what would you do if you lost your wallet?
I maybe become, I could become, I would become completely crazy.
Really?
Yeah, well, in fact, I have already lost my wallet when I was assaulted,
Robbed.
robbed
Yes. Perhaps something.
with well, but it was with gun in hand. Give me your wallet, or you are ready to
Oh,
die. Yeah,
yeah.
so aggressive.
That, yeah, happens. And you lost your wallet.
And well, I turned a little crazy, but posteriorly I calmed down. But in the moment, it's so hard because you don't have the money. Maybe money is a synonym of calm, of quiet. Maybe, yeah,
Okay.
undoubtedly.
All right. Maybe you want to say later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about everybody else?
I think if I lost my wallet, I go back forward to my last steps and try to find it and try to remember what was I doing.
Okay. Retrace your steps. Walk
Thank
back.
you.
Okay. Yes,
Um,
that's what I have done that sometimes. Good. Now I'm gonna send you an image. I'm gonna send you this. Ah, no. Next question. What would you do if you found a wallet?
I could maybe if the wallet has the information about the owner, I could turn it to him or her.
Good. What about everybody else?
Something similar to Roberto. Probably I would look for an ID or some information about the owner and try to post it or try to, I don't know, yeah, to post it on social networks and try to find the owner.
Good. I'm glad that nobody will say keep the money. Okay, good.
Honesty before all.
Yes, yes, that's correct. Now
We
I
have
have six different questions about what would you do. Number one, what would you do if a friend broke your mother's favorite teapot? Now think about that one. Number two, what would you do if you borrowed a camera from a friend and then you broke it? Number three, how would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with? Now, We're gonna go in groups, okay, and ask these questions. Let's do two teams of three. Good morning, Cristobal. I haven't seen you before.
Morning, everybody.
So let's go in teams, and you can ask and answer these questions. I send them to your WhatsApp. Hmm, no, let's do it different. There. Good. There you go, guys. Let's go. Okay, guys. Ready?
Ready, steady.
Yeah. Okay. Any interesting answers you heard on your conversations?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. What?
To be a grow shopper. Yes.
Via what?
Yeah. How to say chapulín? Grow shopper?
Grasshopper.
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 That's hard to be a good grasshopper.
Okay. That's an interesting answer.
It's like
Something
Mexican
else?
genetic.
Yeah, but
Okay.
teacher,
All right.
it is possible to use grasshopper the word in the same sentence that Mexican Spanish.
It depends what you're trying to say.
Okay.
If you mean jumping from one side to another, yes, it's
From
okay.
one person to another could be considered.
Yeah, it's a good metaphor. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's funny. Thank you, Manuel. Okay. Uh, now let's go for the next activity. It's a listening activity. Yes. This page has two answers, A or B. What you have to do is listen to the answers A or answer B, and decide which one would you do. Yes, so you can write on your notebook, number one, I would do A. Number two, I would do B. Yes, are you ready?
Page 78. Lesson B. Life's Little Dilemmas. 1. Building vocabulary and grammar. A. Listen and take the quiz. Circle your answers. Then compare with a partner.
What would you do?
1,
What would you do if a friend broke your mother's favorite teapot? Would you A. Let your friend buy a new one? B. Tell your friend not to worry about it and buy a new teapot for your mom?
2,
What would you do if you borrowed a camera from a friend and broke it? Would you A. Simply apologize for breaking it? B. Take it to a store and pay for the repairs?
3,
How would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with? Would you A. Talk to your friend about your feelings? B. Feel hurt but say nothing to either of them?
4,
What would you do if a friend came for dinner and brought an expensive box of chocolates? Would you A. Thank your friend for the gift and not open it? B. Share the chocolates with your friend after dinner?
5,
What would you say if a friend asked you for a loan to buy an MP3 player? Would you say A. Sorry, I never lend money to anyone? B. I'll think about it and let you know?
6,
What would you do if a friend borrowed a favorite CD and forgot to return it? Would you A. Remind your friend about it several times? B. Forget about it and buy yourself a new one?
All right, guys. Now, according to what you just heard, what would you do for number one? A or B?
Letter B.
Letter B. Okay. What is letter B?
To say to my friend to not worry and buy another one to my mom.
Nice, nice. Good. Thank you. What about number two? What would you do for number two? A or B? Cristobal, your microphone is off.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. On number 2, I have letter B.
Yeah. What is letter B?
Take the camera to a store and pay pay someone to fix the camera.
Oh, pay for someone to fix the camera. Okay.
Mhm.
What about for number three? What would you do for number three? A or B?
A.
I'm sorry, Mario, did you say A?
Yes, yes, sure. Letter A. I talk to my friend about my feelings.
Ah,
I
yeah.
say, don't do that, please.
All right, thank you, sir. Number four, A or B?
Letter B.
Yes, Emmanuel. And you, Claudia, what did you say, Claudia?
B, teacher.
Ah, both of you say B. Okay, what is B?
Have dinner with a friend and then share the chocolate with her or him.
Very nice, guys, very nice. What about number five, A or B?
In my case, I have letter B.
Yeah, what is letter B?
I will think about if I borrow the money to my friend.
I'm
And
sorry, can you repeat that again?
I will think about if I borrow the money to my friend.
Okay, and number six?
Letter A.
Letter A, what is letter A?
Remind my friend several times to give it back to me.
Of course. All right, now can you type your answers? Yes, you guys that answered, can you please type the answer on the space?
Okay.
Or would you like to listen one more time? One more time?
Yes, please.
Yeah, there you go.
Page 78. Lesson B. Life's Little Dilemmas. 1. Building vocabulary and grammar. A. Listen and take the quiz. Circle your answers. Then compare with a partner.
What would you do?
1,
What would you do if a friend broke your mother's favorite teapot? Would you A. Let your friend buy a new one? B. Tell your friend not to worry about it and buy a new teapot for your mom?
2,
What would you do if you borrowed a camera from a friend and broke it? Would you A.
I don't know what happened, guys. So repeat again. Once again, you only have to type the answer you share with us, okay? Cristobal, you share number 2. Mario, you share number 4, and I don't remember which one else. Yes, but just the answer you shared, okay? Not all of them. So everybody has something to write.
Can I share the number one?
Yes, go right ahead, sir. Share number 1.
Apologize for breaking it? B. Take it to a store and pay for the repairs?
3,
How would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with? Would you A. Talk to your friend about your feelings? B. Feel hurt but say nothing to either of them?
4,
What would you do if a friend came for dinner and brought an expensive box of chocolates? Would you A. Thank your friend for the gift and not open it? B. Share the chocolates with your friend after dinner?
5,
What would you say if a friend asked you for a loan to buy an MP3 player? Would you say A. Sorry, I never lend money to anyone? B. I'll think about it and let you know?
6,
What would you do if a friend borrowed a favorite CD and forgot to return it? Would you A. Remind your friend about it several times? B. Forget about it and buy yourself a new one?
All right, good. So let's type some answers, guys. Perfect. Share the chocolates with your friend after dinner. I'll think about it and let you know. Remind your friend about it several times. So let's check it out. I think you guys got everything perfect. Let's see. Number 1, tell him not to worry about it. Okay, pretty close. Yes. Tell your friend not to worry about it. Good. Number 2, take it to a store and pay for the repairs. Very good. Number 3, talk to your friend about your feelings. Good. Number 5, I'm sorry, 4, share the chocolates with your friend after dinner. Good. 5, I'll think about it and let you know. Easy. And 6, remind your friend about it several times. Awesome, guys. You got everything correct. And this is what we're looking at. What we're looking at are prepositions. Now, let me cover this up so we can do this a little better. There. Find the prepositions that go with the expressions below. Then take turns using each expression in a true sentence. Now, what you're doing here, all we have to do is number one is write the correct preposition. So number one is worry about something. What is number two? Talk to someone.
About something.
Can you type it, please?
Okay.
Number three, think.
Well,
Go ahead, Mario. Type it up, please. Number four, number four, five, six, seven. Can you type the answers, the correct preposition? All right, so we're finished, right? So you have number two, three, four, and five is about. Six, seven, eight, nine, and 10 is for. 11 is from. 12, you say, is about, and what else? About, and, you have two froms. So let's do the other one. You wrote from. So there are two froms. Okay. About, to, and with. Perfect. Now, these are these are the, there's a story. So we can check. Is number one correct? I'm sorry. Number one is example, right?
Yes.
So number one is right here. Worry about it. It will be the something. Okay. What about number two? Talk to someone about. Where is that? What story is it?
It's a number three.
Number
Letter
three,
A.
right? Is talk to someone is your friend about something, which will be your feeling. Good. What about number three? What's number three?
Number five. Letter
Can you
B.
highlight it, please?
Uh-huh.
Think about. Right. Number 4. Yes, that will be number 6. Remind about. Number 5. Forget about. Yes, number 6. Yes, buy a new teapot. 4. Number 7. Okay, 4 good. Number 8. Apologize for. Perfect. Number 9. Yes, thank for. Number 4. Number 10. Asked for. Yes, that will be number 5. Number 11. Borrow something from. Borrowed from. Yes, that will be number 2. And yes, number 12. Say something about. Say nothing. That will be number 3B. This one. Will that be 3B?
It could be say to
That is
instead
correct. It's
about.
say 2, right? Perfect. So it's not about. But it's 2. Say something to someone. And then 13. Where is 13? Plan only 2. And 14. Share with. Perfect, guys. That's good. Now all we're gonna do, we're going to go in sessions, and with the help of your classmates, you're going to share uh, a small comment, a small story, a short story, using these expressions with the correct preposition, okay? I send the image to your WhatsApp. Do you have it? Yes? All right, then let's
Mhm.
go. Perfect. There you go. Let's go. Mario, are you there?
Ah,
All right, guys. How did it go? How was it?
It was good. Kind of. I don't know if I'm the one who is sleepy or when we have to give some examples, sometimes you start like, what
I
I
know.
and that takes a lot of time. But it was good. I think we kind of got it.
That's good. That's good. Yes, that's part of the practice, right? And I hear you guys are getting good practice. How do you feel? Well, I hope you are taking advantage of this little time you have to practice. Is everybody here a teacher? Yeah, everybody's a teacher.
I
Perfect.
guess.
So you
Yeah.
have fellow teachers,
Yes.
right? I love Stephanie's background. It makes me feel a little embarrassed about mine, and it made me think I have to make something, better for my online. I don't have that many classes online. Basically, this is only the second one. I have only one more after this, and I should have more material on my background. Thank you, Stephanie. You're teaching me something.
Well, it's not that much. I started to clean and I was replacing the background. It's because I work with little kids. I have to use a lot of visual things
I
and so
know.
shiny. So that's why I put a lot of
Yes.
stuff there, but it's not
Also,
that
when
good.
when you have a second language class, it's also helpful to use a lot of visuals, a lot of visuals. All right, guys. So thank you very much. There you go. A professional at work. Look at that. There you go.
Uh,
I can see she's an excellent teacher. Thank you. Great. So, are there any questions about the activity we just finished? The prepositions, the expressions, the stories, nothing? Perfect. Excellent. Great. So let's move on. Now we're going to check the grammar. What are we looking at as far as grammar goes? So we finished this part. We finished these prepositions. Yes. Now let's go for the questions, the grammar questions. Can you make questions about imaginary situations? And this is the key words. These are the key words. Imaginary situations. Can you see the image I have for you on the screen? Yes, Evelyn? Can you read the
Yes.
instructions, please?
Can you make questions about imaginary situations? Circle
Yes,
words. Then ask and answer the questions with a partner.
good. Number one.
Okay. What would you do, or did you do if you find will forget
Your
your birthday with a friend? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So what we have here, these are supposed to be highlighted, but I know it's a little hard to distinguish. But there are two expressions. Yes. Now, one is with the modal word, and the other one is in past. Over here, the modal word, and the other one is in past. Now, this question right here requires both, but which one goes where? Out of these two, what is the correct one and what is the incorrect one?
Would you do?
Would you do? And what is the incorrect?
Did you do?
This is incorrect. Good. And what about on the second part over here?
would forget.
Would forget is the correct or the incorrect one?
It's it. It's the correct.
no,
I
incorrect
think
because
No, it's
Correct is
incorrect.
forgot.
it's incorrect. Would forget.
That is the incorrect, right? There you go. So the sentence should read something like this. Let me erase the bad one. We make no mistakes. Right there. So everything is one single question. Yeah, the question is, what would you do if your friend forgot your birthday? Correct?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yes.
right. And number two, what is the correct form of the question?
Uh,
I
I think the correct is would you react?
Correct is how would you react?
How
Would
would you
you,
react? Yeah.
if a friend calls,
if a friend told, so erase would tell. And that is the question. How would you react if a friend told your secret to everyone? That is good. That is correct. Now, let's go for the questions and answers. We're going to say, asking about imaginary situations. Now, imaginary situations, and we're using if. So what does that give us? The second conditional, right? That is the second conditional. And the question, what would you do if a friend, what I was saying, I'm sorry, what would you do if you broke a friend's camera? Would you pay for a new one? Now here is a question and answer. What would you do if you broke a friend's camera? I'd apologize for breaking it. I'd pay for the repairs. I wouldn't say anything about it. And the yes no question. Would you pay for a new one? And the answers, yes, I would. And the negative, no, I wouldn't. And we have more examples. If I won the lottery, I would travel a lot. If they sold their house, they would be rich. So when we have a question and we use would, then the verb goes in simple form. But after if, then the verb goes in simple
Simple.
past. Yes? So here we
Mhm.
have would and the verb in simple form. And here we have if and the verb in simple past.
Mm,
Any questions? Okay,
um,
one more time. I wouldn't be late. Again, we're using would in the negative form, wouldn't, with the verb in simple form. And then we have if and the verb in simple past. And it's the same. If a stranger asked me for money, I wouldn't give him any. Again, after if, the verb is in simple past. And with would or wouldn't, the verb is in simple form. I would give some money if I had a lot of money. If you see a thief stealing, what would you do? Is that correct? There is something inaccurate about this sentence. What is
The
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 If you
verb.
saw,
Verb is
Yeah.
in future form.
verb see, right? It should say
So
saw, like that. Next slide, hold on. We have the conditionals. Zero conditional. What is the zero conditional?
Cause and effect.
Cause and effect and facts, yeah, which are generally true or scientific facts. That means that the condition is always the truth, always the same result. Example, if you stand in the rain, you get wet. If you heat ice, it melts. What other uh, example can you think about?
If you heat water, it boils.
Yes, if you heat water, it boils. Do you know
If
another one?
if you eat a lot, you turn fat.
Yes. Okay. One more. Can you think of one more?
if you study, you're going to learn.
Can you repeat again, please?
Uh-huh. If you study, you're going to learn.
Okay. Yeah, if you study, you're going to learn or you learn. Good.
You're,
Then we have the first conditional. The first conditional is a prediction. A possible situation in the future, predicting a likely result in the future if the condition happens. So if it rains, we will cancel the trip. If you study, you will pass the exam. Can you think of another one? Another example?
Um, if you work hard, you will buy your own house.
Good, yes. It's a prediction. Can you think of another example?
If you play with knives, you will get hurt.
Okay, there you go. Then we have the second conditional, and this is for hypothetical or unlikely situations, unreal or improbable situations now or in the future. What is this? Imaginary situations, situations that are not real. And then we use the simple past. If I won the lottery, and then for the result, we use would. If I won the lottery, I would travel a lot. If they sold their house, they would be rich. Now we're going to practice the second conditional. Yes. And if the second conditional with if, we have the verb in simple past. And the result, we use would and the verb in simple form. If plus simple past, would plus verb in simple form, or the other way, would with verb in simple form plus if in simple past. Now, what would you do if?
What could you
Let me
do
see what's the
if?
next. Let's write a couple of examples here. What would you do if? Now, what is the next verb? If
Uh,
you,
Add $1 million.
ah, if you, can you repeat that again, please?
If you had $1 million.
Oh my gosh.
mm,
Good.
I would give for a gift for the president.
There you go. Can you repeat your answer, please? I would
I would give for a gift,
for a gift.
uh,
I would
gift
give.
for the president. No, but I want to say that I don't know how exactly to express that uh, I could provide that $1 million for a present for the president. All the money, I mean,
Ah, let's see.
I will give it as a gift.
as a gift. Maybe
Give it as a gift to the president.
to the president. That's not true.
Oh, oh my gosh, you're such a generous man, Roberto.
I am a fanatic of the president. No, not true, teacher. No, I am not a fanatic, and I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat. I couldn't. Uh, just teacher, we don't need a verb. I could
I
give.
wouldn't give it as a
Yes,
Yeah,
gift.
we don't need
I
a
forgot,
verb right here
I forgot to put
after good.
there. I would give it as a gift.
So I couldn't give it as a gift to the president because
Ah,
he
okay.
already he he
Like
already he already has a lot of money.
yes, he does. Here, good. Let's think of another question.
What would you do if you
Think of your question. Think of only one question, okay? Only one. And write it in
Okay.
this space. Now, according to my list, the first one will be Cristobal. The next one will be Evelyn. Next is Roberto. Then is Claudia. Next is Emmanuel. Next is Luis. After Luis is Mario. And I'm going to erase mine so I can write Stephanie's name on the very first one, okay? I'm going to erase this first example I wrote. And on the first one will be Stephanie with S. Yes, go ahead and think of your example and let's write it on the screen, please. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Were you able to finish the activity?
Yeah,
Yeah, perfect. Was it good?
yeah.
Great. What do you think, Luis? You okay, Luis?
Yes, I'm okay.
Perfect, perfect. Good job. We're going to continue with speaking naturally. This time we're going to focus on intonations in long questions. Okay, we're going, everybody's here. So once again, we're going to practice the intonation in long questions. We can see here on the screen, we have this little arrow showing us how the intonation goes. Okay, it's telling us that it goes up and then down and then up again and so forth. What it's showing us is basically the intonation. So question number one is, how would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with? Now, all we have to do is listen and repeat, but repeat the intonation.
Page 79. 2. Speaking naturally. Intonation in long questions. A. Listen and repeat each part of the long questions above. Notice how the intonation falls and then rises in the first and second parts of the questions, and then falls at the end.
How would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with?
Can you repeat, guys? Let me see, who will be the winner? Let's say Emmanuel. Can you repeat, Emmanuel?
The first one, right?
Yeah, the first one.
How will you react if a friend start dating someone if you used to go out with?
That's close. That's close. Perfect. Now let's listen to the next one.
What would you do if a friend came for dinner and brought an expensive box of chocolates?
Let's see, Luis. Can you repeat that question, please?
What could you do if a friend came for dinner and brought an expensive box of chocolates?
All right. But the intonation was a little off. Remember, we can see these markings of the arrows to show us the intonation, how it goes up and it goes back down again and so forth. Yes. So let's practice all together. How would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with? Repeat, please.
How would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with?
Close, close. That's close. All right. Next, what would you do if a friend came for dinner and brought an expensive box of chocolates?
What would you do if a friend came for dinner and an expensive box of chocolate?
Okay. One more time. We're going to practice one more time.
parts of the questions and then falls at the end.
How would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with?
What would you do if a friend came for dinner and brought an expensive box of chocolates?
Sorry, guys, my machine is not working properly. All right. Let's see, Roberto. Can you repeat question number one?
Yeah. Uh, I don't remember exactly, and you cover the
Uncover.
yeah.
Oh,
Parts of the questions and then falls at the end.
How would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with?
How would you react if a friend start dating with someone who you used to go out with?
okay. The intonation is not 100%, but it's getting there. Okay. Now let's see, Cristobal. Question number two. Listen and
Okay.
repeat, okay?
Okay.
What would you do if a friend came for dinner and brought an expensive box of chocolates?
Okay. What would you do if a friend came for dinner and brought an expensive box of chocolates?
Very good. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Sometimes it's a little hard to read to distinguish the intonation, but it's important to practice. Yes. So we're going to do this again. You have this slide, right? Yes.
Yes.
I send it to your WhatsApp. We're going to go in sessions and please practice the questions with the correct intonation. Yes, listen to your classmate and help each other out. Coach each other on the intonation. For example, number one. Stephanie, can you help us with example number one using the correct intonation?
Okay, let me try. I'm not
Yeah,
good at this, but okay. What would you do if a friend broke your mother's favorite teapot?
that's good. That's correct. Yes. All right, let's see. Evelyn, can you help me with number two, please? No?
Okay, I'm sorry. I had the mute. Um, what would you do if you borrowed a camera from a friend and broke it?
Close. On the last one, it will be and broke it.
Broke it.
Yes, that's right. And broke it. Good. Let's see, Luis, can you help me with number three?
How would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with?
Close. Yes. How would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with? Can you repeat again?
How would you react if a friend started dating someone you used to go out with?
Perfect. There you go, sir. Mario, can you help me with number four?
Yes. What would you do if a friend came for dinner and brought an expensive box of chocolates?
Perfect. There you go. Cristobal, number five.
What would you say if a friend asked you for a loan to buy an MP3 player?
The last one. What would you say if a friend asked you for a loan to buy an MP3 player? Yeah, can you repeat?
Okay. What would you say if a friend asks you for a loan to buy an MP3 player?
Player. Okay, it's
Okay.
close. It's good. Good. Number six, Roberto.
What would you? I'm sorry. What would you do if a friend borrowed a favorite CD and forgot to return it?
Good. Good. That's good. Now, all you have to do is practice again the intonation, all right? With uh, a classmate, with a fellow teacher in sessions. All right, then let's try it. Let's go. Hello, guys. Are we ready?
Yes.
Good. Now, what we have here is make questions with would using the ideas below. Compare with a partner. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to send you this image in the WhatsApp, and you can go ahead in your notebook, make the questions, and then we'll check, okay? And oh my God. There. It's there. It's in your WhatsApp. So go ahead and you can write it on your notebook and write the questions, please. What we are doing is writing the correct, complete
Okay.
question. For example, number one, the situation is you find a wallet on the sidewalk outside the school. And the second situation is leave it there. So what is the question? Question number one will be, what would you do if you found a wallet on the sidewalk outside a school? And the yes no question would be, would you leave it there? Now, what about number two?
What would you do if you heard a scream in the street at night? Would you go outside to see what happened?
Go ahead, can you type it, please?
Yeah, teacher. Yeah, sorry.
It's all right. Who has number three?
Me, teacher.
Go ahead, can you type it?
Yes.
Thank you. Number four, who has number four?
Yes, sure.
Go ahead, can you type it, please?
Yes, of course.
And number five, who has number five?
Me.
Go ahead, Stephanie. Number five. All right, so number 2. What would you do if heard a scream in the street at night? Would you go outside to see what happened? This one is miss. Oh, what happened? That's missing the pronoun. If you. All right. Number 3. What what would what would you do if a salesperson forgot to charge you for something? Would you tell him or her about it? Okay, so is a person. Wow. Something like that. Okay. What would next? What would you do if you damaged a car in a parking lot? Would you leave a note and leave your name and number? And 5, what would you do if you were half an hour late meeting a friend for dinner? Would you expect him or her to wait for you? Perfect. Now, please take a picture of this. You're going to ask and answer the questions, practice the intonation, and the correct tense of the verbs, okay? Are you ready?
Ready, Steph?
All right, let's go in groups, please. All right, let's go. All right, guys, everything finished?
Yes.
Perfect. How did it go?
Excellent, teacher.
Easy.
Yeah, relatively easy.
Relatively easy. Okay, good. Good for you, sir. Good for you. Any questions, guys?
No, not, teacher, no. Well, for me, no.
All right. So should we continue or should we go to break?
What my finger says, like AMLO, the my little finger.
Yeah, what your little finger says. All right. Does everybody agree? Whatever Roberto's finger says?
No.
All right, guys. Let's go to a break. Let's go have some coffee, a little breakfast, and we'll see you in 20 minutes.
Teacher,
Okay?
Okay,
Okay.
see
All right,
you.
guys. Enjoy
see
your
you.
I'll be
Thank
back.
you.
See you in 20 minutes. All right. Welcome back, Cristobal. Evelyn, are you with us?
Yes, I am here.
There you guys are. Perfect. Now we're going to begin. The next class is lesson A. Can you read the picture? Can you read the image?
The rise to fame.
Yes, the rise to fame. Who do you see in the picture?
Mm,
Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise, right? What is the rise to fame? Rise is when you go up, right? You go up and up and up. Rise. Okay. And we're going to see another example of it. Let me see if I can. It's still loading. What do you know about your favorite celebrity?
Mm, necessary teacher a celeb or celebrity is necessary for the movies or Hollywood or Mexican uh,
Mm,
farandula, something like
actually,
that.
no, celebrity could also be a politician or a sports athlete or a writer. Not celebrity, a famous person.
Well, my favorite. Well, I think about. I know about my favorite celebrity that he studied all his bachelor, master, and PhD. He studied all his university scholarship. He studied in the United States. He was a politician, a Mexican politician. He already died. Well, that's what I know.
Nice. Who is he?
Who was?
Who was he?
He was governor of the state of Puebla, Rafael Moreno Valle.
Ah, there you go. So that's your favorite celebrity. Perfect. Thank you, sir. What about the
Mhm.
rest of you guys? What do you know about your favorite celebrity?
I don't really know too many facts about my favorite celebrity, but she's not too old. That's the better part. I'm a little short, so she's not too old. She's blonde and she's very smart and clever and also beautiful. She is Scarlett Johansson. Ha.
Ah, Scarlett Johansson. There you go. Come on, guys. Stephanie, Claudia, Manuel, Cristobal, Evelyn, tell me something about your favorite celebrity, please.
Well, I don't have a favorite celebrity. I don't know too much about any of them. I used to have like a crush when I was in high school. Yeah. I used to watch wrestling, the WWE, and I used to
Yes.
love John Cena.
Uh-huh.
That was like my crush, you know. I used to know his birthday, his age, his titles, and all that stuff about.
Wow, you
But
know all that?
yeah, I used to use also like the his birthday to to build my, I don't know, it's not to build, to I use part of his name to to build like my, like an email. I used to use John
To make
Cena,
up,
that kind of something like that. What?
to make up
Yeah, to make up
your email,
yeah,
your email
that's
address.
that's
Wow.
that's a shame, but
Well, no, it's not shame. I'm curious. Do you carry
yeah.
some of the crushes still?
No. Right
No?
now, no, no, that was in the past.
It's in the past. Good. You have
Yeah.
another crush now.
No,
Okay, good.
I don't care anymore.
All right. Thank you. Somebody else? One more. Nothing? Okay, let's go for the next question then. And oh my gosh, come on, computer. Actually, that's the internet. How did your favorite celebrity become famous?
Um, can I, teacher?
Yes, go right ahead, sir.
Um, when he started to be in politics, first like
Politics.
politics, first like uh, deputy. How do you say deputy?
Deputy?
Deputy,
Deputy.
deputy,
No, but I'm not sure what you're trying to say. A deputy is a
diputado,
police officer,
diputado.
senator or congressman.
Congressman. Like first of all, like a congressman,
Yeah.
posteriorly governor, and then
And
before
later,
governor,
governor. Yeah.
and posteriorly before he died, senator.
Yes.
Yeah,
And later, before he died. Yes.
yeah.
All right.
Senator. It's the correct pronunciation.
Senator.
Senator.
The
Okay.
T. Yeah. The T is a little softer.
Okay.
Senator.
Senator. Thank you.
Yeah. So, what about you, Stephanie? How did your favorite celebrity become famous?
Well, I don't know. I think for the wrestlers, they had like mm, debut, or I don't know, the first like when they have to fight the
Right?
yeah, the first fight, like to see if he is capable of yeah, what to see what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, to be honest, I don't really know how all the story, all the story behind, but I think it started like that, just like when he had his first fight, and maybe the audience, the public liked him, so then you like me, no, I was a teenager, and I was like, oh my goodness, look at him, he's so handsome, look at the muscles and all this stuff, and then yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Good. All right. Good. Now I'm gonna ask you about a famous person, but sometimes is not famous for some in some countries. For example, do you know who Russell Watson is? No, no ideas.
No.
No.
Okay, I
No.
have a small clip. Okay, let's watch this for just a couple of minutes so you can see who he is. It's not playing. Wait a minute, guys. Oh wow. Let me see if I can. Ah, there it is.
Maybe with with the singing, and also could be the performance. I mean, the performance in, maybe, I don't know exactly, maybe in the spectacles, movies. I don't know exactly, but something like that could be.
Okay, yeah, could be. What about the rest of you guys? One more opinion, please.
Maybe he came famous when he recorded the song
When he
Raise
recorded
Me
the
Up.
song, yeah. All right. Now let's read a newspaper article about his rise to fame. Okay, let's go ahead. Go ahead and read the article. All right, I'm gonna send this slide to the WhatsApp so you can read it again if you want to. And we're gonna go in sessions and we're going to answer these questions. What do you think about him? Was it just luck? What could have happened if he hadn't done any of the things he did?
We have to respond the questions now or in sessions, teacher?
Yeah, let's go in sessions and you ask and answer the questions with a classmate.
Okay.
Be good, let's go. The image is in your WhatsApp. What we did is that you guys shared some answers about your opinions. Now let's listen to these guys' opinions and tell me who do you agree with. Are you ready? All you have to do is listen and say who you do agree with.
Page 98. Unit 10. Fame. Lesson A. The Rise to Fame. 1. Getting started. B. Listen to the students talk about Russell Watson's career. Which comments do you agree with? Dennis.
It's a good thing he entered that contest. If he hadn't won, he might not have had the confidence to become a singer.
Brian.
And who knows what would have happened if he'd stayed in school? Maybe he would have done something entirely different.
Stephanie.
Well, I think he would have found a way to be a singer. In fact, if he had continued his education, he could have had formal training and gotten an earlier start as a singer.
Anne.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it was pretty brave of him to quit his job. If he hadn't quit and gotten a manager, he might not have had a singing career at all.
Kathleen.
What amazes me is that he had enough nerve to sing something from an opera in a club. If he had only sung pop songs, he wouldn't have realized how much people loved his opera voice.
All right, guys, who do you agree with? Nobody agree with nobody? Or would you like to listen again? Listen again?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Again.
Watson's career. Which comments do you agree with? Dennis.
It's a good thing he entered that contest. If he hadn't won, he might not have had the confidence to become a singer.
Brian.
And who knows what would have happened if he'd stayed in school? Maybe he would have done something entirely different.
Stephanie.
Well, I think he would have found a way to be a singer. In fact, if he had continued his education, he could have had formal training and gotten an earlier start as a singer.
Anne.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it was pretty brave of him to quit his job. If he hadn't quit and gotten a manager, he might not have had a singing career at all.
Kathleen.
What amazes me is that he had enough nerve to sing something from an opera in a club. If he had only sung pop songs, he wouldn't have realized how much people loved his opera voice.
All right, guys. So who do you agree with?
Maybe with Stephanie. I agree with Stephanie because she's commenting that she should continue his education in order to to get a formal training maybe and have the possibility to grow his career, to improve
Her?
her, yeah, because he's a man. No, they are talking about a man or a boy.
Right. They're talking. Who are they talking about? Do you know?
It's a girl, I
No.
suppose.
Who are they talking about? Do you remember?
Sorry, his it's about Russell.
Yes, it's about Russell.
Well, maybe continue a formal training in order to, well, to continue his education in order to have a formal training and improve his possibilities uh, to highlight in the spectacles or the area where he pretend to enter.
Okay. Somebody else?
I agree with Brian, and he said that he wouldn't be famous if he hadn't quit school. Maybe if he had continued with school, he had been, or he could be working, um, he could be working and other things, or who will be taking another occupation instead of a singer.
Yes, yes. Somebody else agrees with somebody else.
I agree with Dennis. Oh, sorry. May I
Go right ahead.
continue? Okay.
Yeah.
So I agree with Dennis that he mentioned that if he hadn't won the contest, maybe he wouldn't have the confidence to keep going with the singer career, because in the reading mentioned that he didn't have the professional training, and when you didn't have a professional training and you enter into a contest and you won that contest, that gives you a lot of confidence to keep going.
Good, good. Thank you. All right. Now let's read the actual conversations and say who do you agree with? All you have to do is circle who do you agree with. Just circle. Thank you. Come on, guys. Thank you. Thanks, thanks. I have one, two, three, four, five, six. Two more. Come on, guys. Two more. I have. There you go. Thank you, Manuel. Roberto, Emanuel, Cristóbal, Estefanía, Luis, Evelyn, and Mario. Hmm. There you go, Claudia. Thank you very much.
I have
Okay.
already circled Stephanie, teacher. I
Good.
was the first one.
Yes. Yeah. You're right. Right there. Yes, with the Stephanie. Correct. All right. Thank you, guys. Perfect. So we have our opinions. Good. Now let's check this out. Com- can you complete the sentences? Number one. If Russell Watson had stayed in school, maybe he.
We have.
Can you repeat that again, please?
Yes, of course. Good have.
He would have. He would have had a very different career. Good. And number two,
If he hadn't won,
if he hadn't, that is correct. If he hadn't won the talent contest, he might not have become a singer. Yes? So, what are we looking at here? Again, we have the if.
Third conditional.
Yes, there you go. Because now we have past perfect and then modals with have. And what is this modals with have? Perfect modals. So talking hypothetically about the past. You can use sentences with if to talk hypothetically about the past. Use the past perfect form in the if clause and the past modal in the main clause. So here we have the formula. If plus past perfect. If Watson had stayed in school, maybe he would have done something entirely different. If Watson had stayed in school, maybe he would have done something entirely deep. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Different. If he hadn't won the talent contest, he might not have had the confidence to become a singer. If he had continued his education, he could have gotten formal music training. Hypothetical questions about the past. This is information a hypothetical question. What would you have, I'm sorry, what would have happened if he had stayed in school? Would he have become a singer? Hold on a second, my computer did something on me. All right, good. Now, how can we answer these questions, guys? Questions
The,
one and two. How can we
uh,
answer?
questions can may I, teacher?
Yes, go right ahead, sir.
Depending, it could be yes, he would, or no, he wouldn't.
What about the first question?
Uh, it's must be an open answer because you are talking.
That's right. So, can you please, let's see, what would have happened if he had stayed in school? So we can say a complete answer. If he had stayed,
At the school, he wouldn't achieve anything.
You repeat again.
He wouldn't
He wouldn't.
achieve.
It's missing something.
He wouldn't have achieved
Yes, he wouldn't have achieved.
anything.
Thank you, sir. What about the
Welcome.
next one? What would he have become a singer?
It's only yes, no question.
What?
It's only a yes, no question. It can
Correct. So what
be
is the answer?
yes, he,
Yes,
he would have.
he would have. Or negative?
No, he wouldn't have.
Actually, it would be no, he wouldn't. You can also say have, but it's more common to say no, he wouldn't.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, now let's read this piece. We have another story. Read the extract about a famous author. Then complete the sentences. Yes, that is extract. Go ahead and read it, and then we'll talk about it in a second. All right, now we're going to go in groups and in teams answer this script, the sentences, complete the sentences. Perfect, let's go. All right, perfect. Now let's check some answers. Okay, let's see. Wow. What do you think of the story, Mario?
It's nice. It's good. I'll try to read that book and check out what could I learn about that.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's an interesting topic.
Yeah, nice.
What do you guys think of the story?
Oh, interesting story, but I am a little more touched by the grammar teacher.
Let's check the grammar.
Yeah, because, well, I have already explained these conditionals. Well, supporting me in one book before to teach the class, and I
Mhm.
provide many examples. And now with this exercise, I had some problems to respond them. I had to support me in translation to Spanish, but not
Support
always
myself.
results.
To support myself.
To support myself in translation, but not always
All right.
not always result.
Yes, it doesn't help. Yeah, like we mentioned before. So we're going to go in two groups, okay? Four, uh, four people in each team. All you have to do is compare your answers quickly, okay? As quick as you can. Let me see. One more time. There you go. Now let's go, guys. Compare your answers in only 2 minutes. Right, guys, were you able to complete, uh, share everything you had?
That's at all.
No,
Not
because
everything.
Not
not
everything.
everything.
All right. Before we start checking the correct answers, do you have any questions?
No, well, in my case, no.
We'll
Ah,
see.
well, teacher, before,
Yeah.
yeah, I have a little question. Grammar. It is possible to mix might with have as a modal verbs, or might and good. Might and have is possible, right? But might and good, no, right?
There you go. Might and good don't go together. Maybe
That's
you will hear it sometimes, but it's not correct. Okay.
okay. Okay, that's all, teacher. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Any other question? No? All right. Now
No.
I have two teams, right? Who is team number one? Yeah? Mario with who?
Uh, Luis,
Mario, Roberto, Luis, and me, teacher.
Perfect. So Mario, Roberto, Claudia, and Luis, please
Luis.
do
Yeah.
numbers 1 and 3.
Okay.
Yes. Emmanuel, Evelyn, Cristobal, and Stephanie, please do numbers 2 and 4. Please.
Can you just repeat my team, teacher? 1 and 3.
Number 1, sir. Yeah. 1 and 3. Talk to each other, okay, guys?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, correct.
No.
If the answer is too long, you can use a smaller size letter. Okay.
How can I manage the size of the letter, teacher?
On the color
Ah, okay.
option, just open it, and on the lower side, you will see some numbers. Check the numbers and go with a lower number.
Okay, thank you. My...
Perfect. We're finished, right? Now I am going to try to take some things out that don't go there. Yes, for example, that one. And let's see, I have here had continue and had that are repeated or incomplete. Okay, there. Oh, now I have this overlapped. I have two opinions here. And had not made and might haven't written. Okay, now let's go for the first one. The first one, which is number one, it begins already answered. If Thomas Stanley had been satisfied with his career, he wouldn't have taken time off from work and he might not have written The Millionaire Next Door with William Danko. Perfect. That is good. Number two, if Stanley and Danko's book had not been so successful and had not made the bestseller list, Stanley might haven't written. This is not accurate because this haven't written, this haven't, it's negating the written. Yes, and what we're canceling is not the writing, but the possibility. So if we cancel the possibility, then we cancel have. In other words, might not, there. Now I'm gonna complete it with not. Stanley might not have written. And let's see. Is there more to this? No, it's incomplete, right? It's missing something. Ah, what am I saying? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, my computer froze for just a second, I guess. Might not have written his next best-selling book. Perfect. Next is, if Stanley had continued his job at the university, he wouldn't have made or he hadn't made. Which one do you think is the correct one?
I think hadn't made.
Actually, remember that one is the cause and the other one is the effect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
one,
have me.
Wouldn't have made.
he wouldn't have made. There. So he wouldn't have made so much money. Next, he probably wouldn't have become or wouldn't have became. Which one is it, guys?
Become.
Become, right? Because after have, we need a participle. And the participle of become is?
Become.
Become.
I
So it,
became. I
no,
become. Sorry, yeah.
it's all right. It's good. So wouldn't have become a millionaire himself if he hadn't decided to write about millionaires. Good. On the other hand, if Stanley hadn't become famous, he could have enjoyed a quiet life as a professor. Perfect, guys. Good job. Now, those are the correct answers. Do you have any questions? Everything is easy. Great. I'm going to erase everything. Is that okay? Yes, can I erase everything?
Yes, you can, teacher.
Good. So what we're going to do next, can you please read, Cristobal, the instructions?
Okay. Letter B, write a paragraph about something lucky that has happened to you. Why was it lucky? How would your life have been different if it hadn't happened? Choose a topic below.
Perfect. Now, would you like to see an example?
Yeah, teacher, please.
There's your example. Yes. This is an example of a writing piece. Can you read it, Claudia, please?
Yes. Hobby you started, a job you got, a person you met, a trip
Yeah.
you took.
All right. Now I have an example story on the screen. Let me know as soon as you see it. Yes, good. Can
We
you
can
please read
see
it?
it, teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you read it, please?
Yes, meeting my husband is the luckiest thing that has ever happened to me. We never would have met if my air conditioner hadn't broken down one Saturday. It was so hot that I decided to go to the beach, and that's where I met Jack. And Jack wouldn't have been there if we hadn't met that day. I probably would have married my high school sweetheart.
Good. Now, this little story is incomplete. Do you notice what's missing? What's missing?
Condition clause.
What?
The condition.
Which one?
In the fourth line, and Jack wouldn't have been there if
There you go. So we're missing a little story right here. So how can we complete it? Who has an idea? What can we put in there?
Uh, if my air conditioning uh, hadn't broken down.
If her
No, if her, sorry, yeah, if
her
her
no, it's not
air,
her. It's
if
not her.
We are
If
talking about
I,
What?
we
if
are
I,
No,
no,
it's not if I.
because it's about Jack.
It's about Jack.
his
Jack wouldn't have been there
if his air conditioning, no,
yes. Yeah, sure.
hadn't, if he, sorry, my tongue is blocked. And Jack wouldn't have been there if his air conditioning broken
Hadn't
down,
broken? Hadn't
hadn't
broken down?
broken down.
Now we have a repeated story, a repeated verb. So what do we use to complete it?
Um, uh,
Either, because it's the same story, right? The same situation for both of them. Now, what can we say different?
um,
If he hadn't saved money,
Ah,
Jack,
good job.
Jack wouldn't have been there if he hadn't saved money.
Enough. Let's say enough.
Uh-huh.
Imani too.
To travel.
All right. To go on vacation, maybe.
Uh-huh.
if he hadn't had the decision to flirt with me. Ah,
Good.
yeah.
But it's talking about being there, not about talking to each other.
Oh.
What about being there?
If he hadn't been there with me, could be.
But if he had, Jack wouldn't have been there if he hadn't been there. No.
Sorry. No, and Jack wouldn't have been there if I went if I had decided not to go to the beach, maybe.
If he had decided.
No, because
It's
it's
Jack.
yeah, okay.
If
Okay.
he hadn't been the technician,
I
Can you
have
repeat
one.
it
I
again?
have one. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me, Stephanie.
Okay, Jack wouldn't have been there if he hadn't lost his key from his apartment or something like that.
Lost his
Apartment's key. Yeah.
keys. Perfect. There you go. Yes? All right. Does anybody else have another idea? Would like to share your idea or not? It's okay. Are we good?
Just
Yes,
a
go ahead.
question, teacher. Can I make you a question about
Can I
the?
ask you a question?
Yeah. Can if the wife is describing this, why it is not possible to to write if he, and Jack wouldn't have been there if he, because she is who is describing all the
Yes, that's
events.
why we did. If
Okay,
he hadn't lost his key, right?
okay,
And the previous example is if he hadn't saved enough money to go on vacation,
okay, okay,
right?
okay, teacher,
Okay.
thank you.
Now you have to write something about yourself like this, and you can use any of these topics. Okay. A hobby you started, a job you got, a person you met, or a trip you took, or anything else.
Are we
Um,
going to share it in
yes, you are
the
going to share. Yes, absolutely. And
but
we're pressed for time, so we can only have 5 minutes to write your piece. Are you ready?
okay, okay.
Okay, teacher,
Go
in
ahead.
oral form, or we have to show the writing.
No, it will be only oral form.
Okay,
Only
thank you.
write it for yourself, and after that, we can talk about it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
If you want to, send me your script so I can check it real quick, and after that, we can go in Teams and share.
Quebec could be, or French of Quebec, for instance. If I want to refer to the language, for instance, I could master my French of Quebec, or my French Quebecois, or with a Quebec. Or I master my French with a Quebecois accent, or with an accent of Quebec. Could be something like that.
Uh, yes, an accent from Quebec.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Uh, I'm, I'm glad. I hope I answered your
No,
question.
no, teacher. Thank you very much, because definitely sometimes I used to mix French and English, and so the pronunciation it's so complicated in both languages. But it is worse just to mix when you are
Yeah, I
making a
know.
kind of mix of languages. And so right there, well, I stay in Montreal, but people had many costume to mix the language, so they speak French with English words, or vice versa. So it's so complicated to the brain to
Or
adapt to that.
that takes practice, don't it?
Yeah,
That takes practice, doesn't it? Now, your script, you said, I met an affair.
a love affair. I mean,
I met an affair. Okay. Who allowed me to improve my English and French languages. Yeah, you're missing the indirect object.
okay.
Allowed me.
Yeah, who allowed me? Yeah, thank you.
Then you say, I might not have a travel to Montreal. I wouldn't have been able. So you have a cause and and an effect, but you don't have the connector. What is the connector of cause and effect?
Uh, 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 Let me just check.
I
That
huh?
that could be the connector.
It might not have traveled will be an effect. Is not the correct form of a cause. So you might want to check that and change it.
Okay, so I will
And
check.
to improve my language, and I wouldn't have met my summer. Yes, everything else is correct. So I might not have traveled. You need to change it for if I hadn't traveled.
Ah, okay, 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 okay. Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Everybody else finished? Let me see. Claudia, I'm gonna send you the correct text in the
Oh,
chat
okay, teacher, thank
because
you.
I'm having trouble with this cell phone. All right. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the last one. The the second one.
Teacher, this is Evelyn. I am having a little trouble with my cell phone.
Yeah, me too.
No, mine got broke in the morning. So, um, oh my God,
Yes.
it's calling people and it's
Your cell phone is calling people. That's too bad.
yes. Um, I'm going to turn it off so I cannot see the WhatsApp group.
Okay, it's good. What we're going to do, because we have only 2 minutes, we're going to go in sessions and you're going to share your stories. Now remember, coach each other out, help each other out. If you hear that your fellow teacher, your fellow classmate, change the tense or is missing an auxiliary, go ahead and help each other. Okay. So let's go in groups for only 2 minutes. All right. Let's go. All right, guys. How did it go?
It was good. We hadn't I mean what? We hadn't completed our stories, but we share the little fragments that we had.
Oh, nice. We hadn't finished. That will be a past of the past.
Oh, so yeah, that's what I was thinking on my head. I if had we haven't
No,
no
because
yeah.
we're finished. Oh, is we didn't.
Hmm. Okay. Sorry. I
It's
mixed
okay. It's
my
okay. So
things on
we
my head
didn't.
and I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. We didn't finish,
We
but
didn't
it's
finish.
okay. Right?
Enough English for today.
I
No,
know.
no Spanish because I don't allow my students to speak
Oh no
Spanish
no
in
no
class.
no! I meant because the class is about to be over, so
Ah,
Ah.
that's why. Please don't misunderstood.
All right. How was the class today, guys?
Yes.
yeah, good, interesting teacher. But
I'm good.
we have I think that to have more possibilities to succeed the exam uh, is necessary to master the how can I say, let me just check
Google Translator, huh?
define no my dictionary, I have a dictionary.
Okay,
And
good, good.
define points of the language is necessary, they are necessary to master, to improve them in order to have more possibilities of successing the exam. Because I always remember that when I was a student of bachelor, or when I was in Montreal, I also consider, oh, it is just important that people understand what I am saying, not more, not exactly the fine points of the language. No, but I am a teacher, so I can allow any, and I can allow to myself any mistake, because if the students notice them,
Notice
so
them? Yeah.
it's something that must not be.
Yeah. Well,
What level are you teaching?
Well, I am teaching high school, and this high school and university bachelor in architecture and bachelor in gastronomy and high school.
What?
you sound busy.
Wow.
Yeah, a little, but but I need the certification. So,
Yes, you do. Everybody does. All right.
Oh,
Well, how about everybody else? Did you guys like the class? Was it helpful?
Y- Yeah, I liked it. It was a review for of the conditionals, and I noticed that I still have problems with the third conditional. And as you can see with the perfect tenses, that I know the grammar, but when I try to use them, I think in my head which one should I use, if I use them correct or not. And well, it's good to have these classes to
Practice.
practice.
Yes, it's good to practice. Are you guys getting together to practice some more?
Nope.
No,
Well,
you
nope.
should. You
But I
really
have a
should.
tip for you. I don't know if you want to hear it. I downloaded some apps. They are like, well, in my case, that I think that I don't have enough a great level in the reading comprehension part. I download an app that is for from TOEFL. It says TOEFL reading. It has like
Yes, that's a good one.
long readings and also a few questions. And the good thing in this app is that it has also a timer. So you have certain time to read and certain time to answer the questions, and they are long readings. And also while you are answer, oh no, sorry. When you answer the questions, it helps you with the results. You can check if they are right or if they are wrong. So I think it's cool.
Yes, it's absolutely great. I know that. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Um, I had some homework, but I don't know where I put it. I will be sending you later on today on the WhatsApp group, okay?
okay.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher. Have a nice day.
Thank
Have
you,
a
guys.
nice day,
Have a nice day, everyone.
everybody. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye. Bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you
See you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
See you
Bye.
tomorrow, guys.